So today we're cooking up some bully beef. Um, uh, corned beef in Jamaica we call it bully beef. I cook some bully beef, some cabbage. One thing before I start cooking, you gotta make sure your area is clean. So cleanliness is godliness. So gonna get it all cleaned up and gonna wash these vegetables and cut it up and get it squared away. So let's go, y'all. Right, let's chop up some scallion. I like to use a lot of scallion. You can use onion if you want to. It's pretty much the same thing. Make sure you wash this good. Nice and flavorful. I use a Scotch bonnet pepper. Using all of it. Use all of it. Very hot pepper. I use on yellow bell pepper. Make this make this bully beef nice and flavorful. Especially we're gonna add that cabbage in it. So go and get it nice and rolling, nice and popping. This knife is very sharp. Gotta be careful. Gonna add this red pepper also. Yeah, you can cut this in any pattern that you want to. I just do my thing differently. And to be honest with you, like when you're cooking making corned beef, you don't need all this veggies. I just like a lot of veggies and everything. You don't need all this here. You don't need all this at all. Get what I'm saying? I just like veggies and everything. Feel me? So now we're gonna Oh, we're gonna I was gonna use 2 tomatoes, but I'm just gonna use 1. Cut up the tomato. Yeah, we don't need 2 tomatoes. Just prepping, you know. So here you go. My veggies are ready. So now I'm gonna prep my cabbage. You know, my cabbage already pre-washed, but when you're cutting cabbage, you can either cut it in the middle to start, or any way you want to cut it. Just be careful. You know. Usually this part down here. Usually throw away this part right here. So a lot of people eat it, but I throw it away. You know. So I cut cabbage. So we're gonna cut this up. You get the drift. We're gonna cut it and go on to the next step. So I got everything prepped right here. Some people, when they're doing their bully beef and cabbage, they combine the two. I like to cook mine separate. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some butter in this pot right here, and I'm gonna let my corned beef kind of steam down and take its time and steam. You know. One thing about cabbage, it produces its own water. So just as long as you put it in there and baby it, you'll be all right. So I'll put some more in there. This pot might be too small. Let me see. I might have to change pots. Well, this pot right here, it might look too small to you, but believe it or not, it's perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this, put it on the stove, and allow it to steam. I'm gonna put some complete seasoning on top of it, just a little bit, not too much, and give it a little bit flavorful a little bit, you know, and some complete seasoning. So I'm just gonna cover this, and I'm gonna put on the stove and let it go ahead and steam, you know. And what I want to do right now, I want to open my corned beef, and I'm gonna basically crush it up and get ready to prep it so I can get to the cooking process. So basically what I want to do right now, I'm gonna take this fork and I'm gonna crush this up and get it ready for the cooking process. So right now we're gonna cook up the veggies. We're gonna put a little bit of oil in the pot, not too much, just a little scrum. Yeah, that's good right there. Perfect. All right. I'll put there, let it go ahead and get hot a little bit. Not too hot, but you know. Accident right there. Things happen. Gotta be careful in the kitchen. So I got the cabbage right there, looking nice and lovely. So we're gonna turn that all the way on low because it's pretty much all right. So let's go. We're gonna put the veggies in, let it start cooking. You know. I'm just gonna drop a little bit more oil in here because I realize I got a lot of veggies in here. Just a little bit, not too much, not too crazy. Cook it down nice and lovely. Cook it down nice and lovely. You know? Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that veggie right there, looking so scrumptious. If that's a word. That is a word. I'm gonna put some complete seasoning in here. I'm gonna put some black pepper in here. And I'm gonna turn this all the way down. I'm gonna put some garlic in here. I'm gonna give it, mix it up again, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Nice and lovely. Nice and lovely. And cook it up, cook it up. Almost ready to put in the corned beef. Almost ready. Looking so nice and look at that. So you're usually gonna know that the corned beef is ready to go in when all your veggies start to get nice and soft and edible. I mean, it is edible already, but you know, I like to get my bell pepper soft. I like to get my my scallions. I like to get it nice and soft. And I like to get everything, nice and smooth. See how it's getting there? It's getting there. So I'm gonna let it cook down for like another minute. Then I'm gonna put my corned beef in here. Then I'm gonna put a little black pepper on top of my corned beef. Put a little bit of garlic on top of my corned beef. And then I'm gonna put a little badilla on top of my corned beef. And then after we get the corned beef cooking, then we're gonna combine the cabbage with this, nice and lovely. So let's go. So you see it right there? Yeah, cook it down. Now, be patient when you cook this. So now I can go ahead and add my corned beef in right now. And we're gonna mix it up. So we're just gonna mix it up, turn it back up a little high. We're gonna mix it up, cook it down, mix it up. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, my peoples. So we're gonna put some black pepper in here. Remember, as I tell you, you don't need all this seasoning in here. You don't need all this veggies in here. But I just like to combine all these lovely veggies. You can't go wrong with veggies, people. You can't go wrong with veggies. Trust me. You know? So we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna let it cook for 2 minutes. Then we're gonna combine the cabbage with this. So now what we're gonna do now, we're simply gonna combine that cabbage into here. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna combine the cabbage into here. So let's go. So now that we combine it, we just gonna mix it up, and then we'll come back and check out our meal. So let's go. Nice and lovely and quick, people. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's all coming together. I'm telling you. Nice and lovely. Look at this. Oh my God. And this go down good with some white rice. I'm telling you, look at that mixture right there. Look at that nice mixture right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna let this cook down for like 2 or 3 minutes, get all the ingredients combined together, make sure it's nice and lovely and wonderful, and all of that there, all the good words you can think of. I'm gonna take a quick taste and make sure that I don't need anything to add anything, you know. Take a quick little taste. So I'm gonna take a taste right now. Nice little meal right here. Quick meal too, cheap meal too. This meal don't need nothing. So good. I'm telling you. So let me fix my plate, show you guys how my plate is looking. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice and lovely right there.